Exclusivity is always a fun topic to talk about, especially when it comes to highly anticipated games. So let's break this all down. Up next. What up guys, this is Kalo and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video and welcome to the Level Up. Now, speaking of exclusives, Marvel's Blade has been subject to a lot of this talk, seeing how this game is a game many people have been waiting for. Ever since it was revealed at the Game Awards just last week, there has been hints dropped all around the internet that allude to full-on Xbox exclusivity. Now, keep in mind this title is in fact being developed by Arcane, who is owned by Bethesda, who is then owned by Xbox. I know, there's a lot of layers here. So, could this be an exclusive? Well, the trailer that we did see had no indications as to where this game would end up releasing on. Bethesda and Xbox, for this matter, have been tight-lipped. Well, that was until this past weekend. Over the weekend, Xbox's Aaron Greenberg changed his Twitter profile picture to this here image. Really subtle, Aaron. Which is pretty much Blade with the Xbox logos in his eyes. This of course caught fire, and since then he's changed his profile picture back to normal. Now, what I think is happening here is quite simple. Xbox is keeping this title's exclusivity as more of an open-ended question, seeing how they have this little legal matter to attend to with our old pal the FTC. Blade is a huge title that, if released as an exclusive, like it or not, will work in favor for the FTC's case. I still think the FTC has a bad case here, but this is a matter I could see being resolved after the case closes. I mean, it's not like the game will be coming out anytime soon anyways. But hey, for the time being, I'm just gonna kinda hang my hat on this. Let's all just assume that Blade will in fact be an Xbox console exclusive, along with other games like Elder Scrolls 6 and Indiana Jones. But hey, if it's not, that's fine too. But again, keep this in mind, this is a game coming from an Xbox-based studio, so it's kind of a safe bet to make. But a new development here in this saga, when talking about Blade and Indiana Jones specifically, has actually come to light. Now, before we really get into all this, keep in mind at the end of the day, like I keep saying, these are both not only going to be Bethesda-made games, but Disney-owned IPs as well. So, Stephen Totilo interviewed the head of Disney's gaming, and within this interview, it actually came out that Xbox does have the final say on which platforms Blade releases on. Stephen Totilo was asked about this matter on X, and this is what he had to say. Quote, "We spoke before it was announced. He only hinted to me that I'd be hearing about another dream project that came more from the studio involved than from Disney. But the reveal was hours later, and when I followed up, Disney told me that's a question for Bethesda." Now, out of all people, Disney takes this one step further when asked about Indiana Jones 2, and this is all from this Axios article. Quote, "On renegotiating the Indiana Jones game's terms, at the request of Microsoft to make it an Xbox PC exclusive, after Microsoft bought its development studio. With Xbox still being one of the bigger marketplaces for games, we didn't feel like we were going to be overly exclusionary. We felt like it's going to reach a broad set of folks, and we felt financially and strategically for the game, that made the best sense at the time." Now, this is where I'm gonna kind of bring this all together, I promise. What he's referring to here is the Xbox ecosystem. What many people tend to forget is Xbox is much more than purely a console now. Now, don't get me wrong, the console is where they sell a lot of games and subscriptions. But nowadays, they have a lot more success on PC, they got cloud gaming, and soon enough, a mobile storefront. So keeping that in mind, Disney kept this broad spectrum of gaming in mind when giving Xbox exclusive rights to Indiana Jones and potentially Blade 2. Again, Disney revealed this matter is up to Bethesda, which really means it's up to Xbox. Through the FTC trials, we found out that Indiana Jones will in fact be a console exclusive. But notice how Xbox has yet to publicly announce any of this. I don't know, to me this sounds awfully similar to what's going on with Blade at the same time. Basically, if Xbox went out of their way to renegotiate this deal to make Indiana Jones a console exclusive, why wouldn't they do it again with Blade? But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this question off to you guys. At the end of the day, do you think Blade will be a console exclusive, or do you see it going multi-platform? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.